Hey everyone, it's Nick Campbell. So the liars are just burning through these options for A. After only a week of suspecting Lesli Stone, get it? Stone Unturned? It seems like she might not be the culprit, or at least not the big culprit, which means that we're on to our third suspect for who A is this season, including actual Charles, who they thought was dead, but it looks like Spencer the Inquisitor overlooked some important prescription data.
This donation form's a sham. Look at the medications Charles was taking. Nobody would want his liver.
I mean, duh, Spencer. Duh. At this rate, everyone in Rosewood's going to be accused by season's end. And probably a few more outside of Rosewood just for good measure. Wait a minute. I think I remember something from last week. But all of my dance parties are more like the Peanuts Christmas dance party. Sleuthing continues, and that means railing on a suspect until there's no more track. With Mona's reveal of Lesli's surreptitious backstory, it would seem that Lesli is in the clear. Kind of. Mona's tack here is a little different than when Spencer and Hanna found her at Radley a couple weeks ago. She's more aggressive here, feistier, more willing to put the liars in their place, and less willing to pretend to be their ally. When Mona's over-aggressive like this, it's usually because she's hiding something, and she wants to knock the liars off their point. So that kind of puts the Charles stuff into question too. So Lesli being involved is still in play. Kind of. Ultimately, the answer is that there's intentionally no answer. All possibilities are open due to fabrication and whims of fancy, so to speculate might be premature. I'm just kidding. Speculation is what this show's about, and I'm on to you, Barista Extra. So all their Lesli sleuthing seems to be for naught, at least for now. And we can focus on things like how the liars are finding lying habits hard to break, even though they're all still so very terrible at it. Spencer's weird lie about her gym to Sara?
I know I should just ask the gym to give me a new card, but they always charge me so much.
Aria's even worse lie about keeping a doll of herself stabbed in the face?
I did that for my photos.
And basically 90% of what Hanna did with Caleb. Hanna is an interesting case. What Hannah's mom says about her at the coffee shop seems like something that you would say about a person before you lock them in a padded room. And this episode leaned hard into Hannah's state of mind, with her cage flashbacks and her angry enthusiasm for catching Lesli. Spencer might be driving this investigation, but Hanna is definitely fuel for that engine. And the Watson that we always wanted.
Spencer, what are you doing? Shh, wait.
If there could be some alt-verse webisodes where Spencer and Hanna solve petty crimes together,
I needed glasses this whole time and I never knew it. There's no prescription in these. What?
Spencer and Hanna might be the only good combination going right now. This Dean and Spencer thing, it's absurd. Their relationship name should be the pejorative we call anyone who would deign to ship them. Denser. Or a speen. Don't be a speen. And because pool dates are powerful and Emily's pheromones are more potent than crack, Sara and Emily kiss a little bit, continuing M's track record of rounding the bases with all of Rosewood's most shattered women. It's also another really, really bad idea, especially if Sara is involved in the A enterprise. Although it might prove useful if the liars have to investigate Sara, and if someone has to go under deep cover. And finally, we have our moment of A, that you might have almost missed. There it is. Chuck claims he's coming home and he's coming after Ken. Unless that party's for someone else to die during. How do you even plan that kind of party? Poison cake? Exploding piñata? Waiting in a pit to be buried alive, but with, like, streamers? I feel like the party they plan should be like a surprise party for Chuck, where he shows up to kill Ken, and they flip on the lights, and all the liars are there, and they bonk him on the head and tape him to a chair. If 611 could just be Charles taped to a chair, telling us all the answers, I'd be okay with that. Not because I necessarily need the answers, but I'm really interested in how Charles spends his day while we're distracted by whatever the liars are doing. And so then after Charles wakes up after being bonked on the head, he looks at all the liars and is like, GG guys. GG. And then they all have a big hearty laugh. And then all the GPS chips make the tracker go off in his pocket. And they laugh and they laugh. Chipping the people that you're stalking just makes sense. It takes out all the legwork. No Stone Unturned was really too vague in the end for us to be satisfied with any of the revelations. Lesli may be A, Lesli may not be Charles, Mona might be covering for her, and the title might just be a reference to how the liars investigated the crap out of Lesli. Or it might be a reference to how Lesli was part of the A Syndicate, but is now, because she was turned, and before she was unturned. But that's just more of that speculation that this show invites and loves. What we did learn incontrovertibly is that Emily is lesbian crack. Aria should probably suspect Clark a little more, and Ken can walk into any scene and make it way more awkward than it was before.
Did you see who put this on my car? This card? Did you see who put it under the wiper?
Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, I just wanted to remind you that if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, or like this video, or comment, or all those YouTube things that people do. Let's talk about the episode, let's talk about everything. Let's talk about your life. What's going on with you? Tell me what's going on with you right now.